Welcome back to another video, Jack Magoma World Cup edition. Today we're going to be talking about Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he go and win the World Cup? Can Portugal lift this trophy after this? So this will be the 8th time that they are involved in a World Cup competition. Can they finally do it? We're going to be talking about the team, some key players, and of course the main man himself, Cristiano Ronaldo, in the front line. Can he lift this trophy and can he lead Portugal to this World Cup? Let's get right into it. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about Portugal in general, and their team selection, what I think they're going to play, who I think is going to play, who's going to be in the starting 11, and and the key players. The head coach is Fernando Santos, and Portugal will be making their 8th appearance in the World Cup in Qatar, and the coach, not only the coach, I think the country itself is going to be expecting for the team to live up to the expectation that they carry because of all the caliber of players that they have in their arsenal, basically. And they're yet to lift the trophy, and the best results they ever had in the World Cup competition is in 3rd place in 1966, a very, very long time ago that they came 3rd. And hopefully this time round they're gonna get into the finals. But we're going to have to wait and see that. And like I said, it's going to be down to their players and how they perform, of course. Could this be the time for Cristiano Ronaldo and co to finally get their hands on the trophy, after securing qualification through the playoffs? We're going to wait and see. Like I said, they've been drawn in Group H alongside Uruguay, Ghana and South Korea. It's not an easy group, by the way, that they're placed in. But, given the resources and, the players and what they have in the tank, it should be likely that Portugal progress to the knockout stages, unless there's a massive upset. And they don't go through the group stages. With the 26-man squad that they have, and it's all locked in. Everyone's handed in the 26-man squad. Everyone's been picked. How far do you think Portugal is gonna go in Qatar at the World Cup? Let me know in the comments down below, and tell me what you think. So right, we're gonna go through the players, and we're going to start off with the goalkeepers, who I think might start in goal. But this is where Portugal kind of struggle. They don't have a world-class goalkeeper, I should say, one that's out there in the world to say that he's a world-class goalkeeper. But, they have veteran Rui Patricio, who's traditionally been in the top choice for Portugal, and they also have Porto's Diogo Costa. He's a young goalkeeper, and he's very good. He's very good in between the goals, but the one thing he lacks is the experience in big tournaments at the biggest stage. But Qatar could be the first time he lets himself known to the world, and he could take the lead role, and he could start and make a name for himself. And we also have the third choice, who I think would be Wolves, Jose Sarr. He's more likely to be the third choice. He's yet to make a senior appearance. But yet again, they got three goalkeepers. They're good goalkeepers. They got an experience, one who's not so experienced, and one who's not made a debut. So I think he's gonna go for Rui Patricio in goal. That's who I would go for, just because of the experience that he brings. So Rui Patricio is he's at Roma. Jose Sarr is at Wolves, like I said, and Diogo Costa is at Porto. So we'll move on now. We'll talk about the defenders. And, in defence, I mean, they have already Manchester City captain in Ruben Diaz. What a fantastic player he is. Brilliant for Manchester City. He's having a very good season. He's been on top of his game for the last 3-4 years. And, like I said, he's Man City captain. And I think he's going to start alongside Pepe, everyone know Pepe. Like him, hate him. I think he's a very good player. His experience, he knows how to get the job done. He's no nonsense, and he's a commanding presence at the back. And just in case those two players are injured or they're not well, they can't play. I think they have João Cancelo on the right hand side, and the players first who didn't make it. Jose Font has missed out, despite his experience and as versatile option Diogo Jalo and the likes of David Carman and Ferro, they didn't make it as well into the squad just to add, just because the amount of players that Portugal have, top players that are playing week in, week out at the clubs, those players have missed out. Like I was saying before, João Cancelo is going to be preferred at right back, although he can play left back, but João Cancelo could face competition at right back from Darlow of Manchester United. He's been having a very good season as well. An exceptional start to the season for Darlow at Manchester United. And on the flank, I think Nuno Mendes should start. However, the manager, he's spoiled for choice there because, the position that where several players can play there, Dortmund's Rafael Guerreiro, and the fact that Cancelo can also play there. So I think he's spoiled for choice. Like I said, Cancelo can play right back, left back. He can play right wing, left wing in case they need him. So he's very versatile, and the manager he is spoiled for choice in that area. Some big names have missed out. But I think the right decision were made. Like I said, we got Pepe from Porto, Ruben Diaz, Manchester City, João Cancelo, Manchester City, Nuno Mendes, PSG, Diogo Dalot, Manchester United, Antonio Silva, Benfica, Rafael Guerreiro, Borussia Dortmund, and Danilo Pereira at Paris Saint-Germain. Those are the ones that's going to make the defenders list. And now we're going to move on into the midfield. A little bit more exciting players, more technical players. Portugal have plenty of quality in the centre of the park, but I think the preferred three is going to be, Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Diaz, and Ruben Neves. I apologize, and Bernardo Silva. I think they're going to be the main three in midfield, with Neves as a holding midfielder, and Fernandes and Bernardo Silva as an 8 and a 10. But if the manager wants to mix it up in the middle, he has plenty of assuring option. Vitinha and Mateus Nunes are young, exciting talents, while William Carvalho adds further depth and experience to the roster as well. Renato Sanchez, another one who was once tipped as a generational talent. He's failed to live up to the expectation. He's struggling for minutes at PSG, and since he joined them in the summer, he hasn't played much, and I think he's already got a lot of competition in front of him at PSG, and that's what the decision was, based on the fact that he didn't have enough minutes, so he didn't make the squad. Like I said, Vitinha, who's at PSG, William Carvalho, Real Betis, Bernardo Silva, Manchester City, João Mario, Benfica, Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United, Ruben Neves, Wolves, João Palhinha, Wolves, Mateus Nunes, Wolves, and Otavio at Porto. They make up the midfield lineup, the midfield selection. Plenty of top players in there, and the manager's spoiled for choice if he wants to make changes or whoever he wants to start there. Now we move on to the attackers. And Portugal, I mean, they're gonna rest their shoulders. Let's not kid ourselves. They're gonna rest their shoulders on Cristiano Ronaldo, the main man who's gonna play up front. They're gonna rest this World Cup on his shoulders. This player has got the most international goals in men's football. We will look no further than to add to his tally in Qatar and guide his nation to the ultimate prize in international football. And I think he definitely can do it. I mean, this guy, he's just unbelievable. He's been a professional throughout his career. He's looked after himself to play at the age of 38 in your World Cup is absolutely unbelievable. It's an unbelievable achievement in all. And, I think there's loads of people and loads of fans who want to see him lift the trophy and want to see Portugal lift the trophy. And I think, especially after the career he's had, I think he's another one who deserves to have this accolade. But yes, again, nothing is deserved. You have to go out and earn it. And can he perform? Can he turn up to this big tournament? On the way out, I think this could be his last World Cup. And on his last World Cup, can he perform? Can he, lift this trophy that's eluded him again for all these years? And Portugal, like I said, have not, won this World Cup, and they haven't, and I think since 1966, I said, and like I said, the best place that they've placed is third. So hopefully they can do better in this tournament with the caliber of players that they have. And of course, Cristiano Ronaldo, I think on his way out and, on his way to another club apart from Manchester United, I think everyone knows what's happened there. But today we're talking about Portugal, and I think Ronaldo is going to turn up and he's going to break records and he's going to score goals and he's going to show to everyone how good he is and how good he still is. And like I said, there's gonna be responsibility on the other players as well to turn up. It's not just gonna be him. I think as a whole team, they have very, very good players, top quality players, and we're gonna talk about them as well. He's gonna be supported. You got Andres Silva and Gonzalo Ramos have made the cut, but there is no room for Cancelo Guedes, who missed out altogether. And definitely, you got players as João Felix of AC Milan and Rafael Leo with Diego Jota and Pedro Neto. They're both ruled out due to injury. So, not as much choice up front. I think they're limited in their striking options. You got Cristiano Ronaldo from Manchester United, João Felix, Atletico Madrid, Rafael Leo, AC Milan, Ricardo Horta from Braga, Gonzalo Ramos from Benfica, and Andres Silva from RB Leipzig. I think that's how you say it. That makes up the players up front, the front three. I think Portugal are going to play a 4-3-3. So that's my take on it. That's my thoughts on how, Portugal are going to play. And I think Ronaldo has got a massive part in this, and so does, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Pepe, Ruben Diaz. I think all these players, Cancelo, they all need to play well for Portugal to go, all the way to the finals. And if they were to win it, I mean, they have to be at the top of the game, because there's so many good players and good teams. So let me know in the comments down below who you think is going to win the World Cup, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.